Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, dear students of Associate Degree Program of Semester 1, welcome to online teaching. Now, this is the first lecture of the series that we have started in the wake of the institutional shutdown due to COVID-19. We are going to continue with our teaching, even if it is online or it is on campus. That's not an issue at all. We have to keep ready ourselves because one way or the other, these things are going to come and go and come and go. So, we are going to start with our orientation lecture. Today, my lecture is going to be orientation. I had done this orientation earlier also, but I want to give it a proper series. So I thought that I should again tell you whatever we are going to do in this whole semester, right? So I'm going to tell you what this ADP program is and what is the course content, what is the syllabus breakdown, and finally, what is the topic that we are going to cover in our next lecture. We continue now from what is ADP. Now, what is this abbreviation ADP? Now, this is what we keep on listening to these days, but what is this? You have to keep in mind all the red color, all the red lines or the words, because these are the important ones. So earlier we used to have BA, BSc. Now we used to call that degree BA or BSc. Arts people will call it BA and science people will call it BSc. So Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. But now this term has been abolished. This is no longer there. Phasing out means being removed by Higher Education Commission, Islamabad, and all the universities that are now following another system, and that is going to be Associate Degree Program, ADP. Now, what is Associate Degree Program? In terms of its period, it is the same as BA BSc. It is also of 2 years. But of course, there is going to be difference between the semester, like that was the annual system, this is the semester system, and there are other things which are different in this program. We see that this degree is a 2-year post-intermediate. Post-intermediate means after intermediate, after having done your FAFSC, that is, or any other equivalent academic degree. Somebody might have done A levels or some other degree, but it should be equivalent to intermediate. So the person who has done intermediate or equivalent is eligible to get enrolled in ADP. The idea behind introducing this degree is basically to offer a skill-based program or a skill-based degree where different skills are going to be taught to students so that they are capable of being entrepreneurs or some jobs they can get after this. So that's why it is a world recognized degree. Okay. As far as its level is concerned, it is same as BA BSc. I mean, after having done associate degree program, you will be equivalent to those graduates which are going to be earlier called as BA BSc students. Now you will be equal to that. But of course, the course content is different, the method is different, the structure is different. That is basically the overall difference between the two programs. Now this concept actually it came from United States of America and is being executed in other countries which are the advanced countries of the world like Canada, Australia, Japan, etc. So this degree has come, or this term, or this whole program, it has been imported from the United States and the countries that have been mentioned over here. Now, this overall, if you look at this bullet number 2, it is going to tell you that it is basically a semester system. Semester is usually of 6 months. So it means that there will be 2 semesters in 1 year and then the next year two. So overall it will be 4 semesters, 4 regular semesters. Now you cannot study privately. Now the studies are going to be earlier in BA BSc, we would see that the private students would also come. But here we see that now the studies have become regularized. So this degree is going to discourage the private students, and there is no private degree in in associate degree program. Rather, the students have to be regular and get enrolled in a proper college and university, right? And it will have a 2 year period, and it consists of 65 to 68 credit hours. What are credit hours? Basically we call them as teaching time. Now the one period will be of 1 hour, so it means that if the teacher is teaching throughout this program overall these 2 years, so one teacher will have to teach from 65 to 68 teaching hours, right? So we calculate. In the previous system of annual, there was no such calculation of teaching time as such. So it is like more meticulous, more systematic in that respect. And teacher also has quite a lot of powers in her hand. So if we want to use it for the benefit of the students, then it is going to benefit them a lot. Now there are 2 3 types of associate degree program. Some people who get into the art side, they are called associate of arts degree. Then there are some people into sciences, applied sciences, then they are going to be called as associate of applied science degree, and a general science degree will be called as associate of science degree, right? So these are the 3 primary types of associate degree program. Since our college is affiliated with Women University Mardan for this course, so whatever course content they have sent from the university, we are bound to follow that. So this is a general, if you could see that there is a overall look of the course, but in the coming slide, I'm going to give you or introduce you to different parts of this course, which are written over here, so that you should have a detailed look at it. So coming to this thing, what is this? There are going to be different codes or different names. So we need to keep in mind that this is actually the course title. The course title is English 1, means that this is part 1 of the English in associate degree. Then we see that there are different codes. Now different subjects are given different codes. So in this course, since I'm taking 2 classes, I mean zoology people as well as Islamiyat people, so there are different codes. So one code is for one discipline, it is English 111, and for the other discipline it is English 101. So you don't have to worry about it, only that I'm introducing these codes so that you should know that there are different things written on our paper. When the paper is going to be given to you, these are the different things, and sometimes they ask you to fill in the given blanks, like they say course code and blank, you should know it. Course title blank, you should know it. Okay, so the first one, English 1, it is course title, whereas these are the codes. So the zoology people have 101 probably, and Islamiyat people will have 111. Okay. They have also mentioned credit hours. They are 3. What it means that if the class is of 1 hour, then in a week there should be 3 classes. So 3 teaching hours are required in every week. So it means that your classes of English will not be daily, they will be 3 times a week, and every class will be of 1 hour, right? Now there are certain objectives under which the course content is, or the course components are designed. So there are 2 objectives of this course. Number 1, that it will enable students to use grammar and language structure in context. Now grammar and language structure, they are almost the same things. It means that it is mostly a grammar based course. The components are grammar, means rules, structure. They are going to be used in context, means that in different situations. The second objective is that this course will enable students to get acquainted with translation from Urdu to English and English to Urdu languages. Now see, both the translations are part of your this course. So we have two main objectives: to use grammar and structure, language structure in given situations, and how to do translation from Urdu to English and English to Urdu. Now this is the course content that you have to study. This is the basic course. Basically, this is a general course. This is the course that throughout these years we have been doing it. You people had been studying these course contents. So it is a kind of revision of all the previous structures or the grammar related things. So parts of speech and sentence structure you are going to do. Phrase and clause, what is the difference between the two, and what sort of phrases and what kind of clauses are there, I will tell you in detail. How to use articles. This is an important area because being Urdu language speakers, in our national language is Urdu, and in Urdu there are actually no articles. So that creates a problem when English is a language in which there are so many articles, so many and the, we keep on using them. So it creates confusion. So we need to understand where to use which of these articles and where we do not use any article. Then number 4, active and passive voice, which we also call as voice. Then transitive and intransitive verbs, we are going to do those as well. Punctuation, then spelling, then comprehension, then direct indirect, we also call it narration, and finally translation from Urdu to English and English to Urdu. See, so all this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 9, 10. So 10 components are here which we have to cover during this semester. University has also given us the recommended books. In ADP, in this program, we see that all the components are not going to be from just one book. Now, this is also a difference between the old system of BA BSc and this new program, because in BA BSc there will be just one book, prescribed book, in which everything would be written. So it will kind of limit you. But here they have given you the components and you can take them from any book, and mostly they suggest the books. Like over here they have told you that you can find these components from book number 1, Practical English Grammar, written by A.J. Thompson and A.V. Martinet, which is the 3rd edition of Oxford University Press. Some of the components would be found from Practical English Grammar by the same people, but this is exercise number 2 and 3rd edition. And finally, they have given you 1986 book of Practical English Grammar. So basically, book is the same, but different editions are there. So you can take it from anywhere. Even if you don't take it from these grammar books, you can have the other grammar books which have these components. Okay. So I will advise you to buy or purchase one of these books just to have an idea. Okay. Right. Now, how the semester breakdown? How semester is going to be? It is going to function. Okay. Number 1, there is a term that we use is sessional work. Sessional work includes presentations, tests or quizzes, assignments, attendance. Like this is now optional for the teachers. Some teachers keep marks for attendance also, for class response as well, for class discussions too. So it will have 10 marks. Now this is a general marks distribution. It may differ from university to university, but this is how generally the sessional work before the midterm will have 10 marks. Now it's upon the teacher, like the way he or she does it, but presentations are a must. You have to sit in tests or quizzes, then assignments, and your attendance in all these things is mandatory. It is going to be very strict attendance, which is again a different thing from conventional BA BSc system, because in BA BSc system usually attendance was never an issue, and there was another thing that some people would sit in the test, some people will skip it, and there was no such system where you people could be we could monitor you. But here you have marks for everything. Then we see that there will be midterm exam. Before midterm exam, whatever sectional work you will do, it will have 10 marks. Then there will be midterm exam. Midterm exam, usually they are, of course, mid means in the middle of your semester. So if the overall semester is, teaching time is 16 weeks, like it is usually between 16 to 18 weeks for one semester. So after 8 weeks, there is your midterm. After 8 weeks is your midterm exam, which will be of 20 marks. Then you will study for the next 8 weeks, and then again you will do the sessional work in that, which I have already mentioned in point number 1. So this time it will be after the midterm exam, and it will have again 10 marks. And after having done with all these 1, 2 and 3, there will be final term exam, which will be of 60 marks. So it means that final term exam has the weightage of 60%, whereas midterm 20%, and sessional work will be overall 20%. So 20 plus 20 plus 60 is equal to 100. Now this is how your semester breakdown is in front of you. So I have told you this because you should know how it is going to work. There can be changes if university is going to tell us, but this is a general semester breakdown in ADP. All right. But the thing that you have to keep in mind is that there will be no holidays, usually no holidays within papers. Like in BA BSc, we will have one paper, then 2 holidays, or 1 holiday, then the next paper. Even university will give you so many holidays in between. So this time, this semester system is different. Usually it discourages holidays, right? And then there is no choice in papers, because syllabus is usually less as compared to the annual system. So we see over here that there will be usually no choice in papers. So you have to study and remember and learn everything that you do in your semester. Okay, so this is how the semester breakdown is in front of you. Well, I'm grateful that you have watched this and listened to it. So our first topic that we are going to cover in the next one, it is going to be parts of speech and its kinds. So this is the first topic, though there is another part of it, that is sentence structure. We will do it later on. So our first teaching is going to be coming up next in the next lecture. That is going to be parts of speech and kinds. So inshallah, see you at that time. Allah Hafiz.